this is all about rumors. So Brandon Aiyuk and the San Francisco 49ers, the contract drama has been going on for quite a while now, really dating back to even like before the NFL draft. We were hearing about those rumors. Aiyuk might get traded, or they could move Debo and then re-sign Aiyuk. A lot of things have been going on there. Still, here we are. Training camp has been going on, almost over, preseason about to start. Nothing has happened. And I've kind of been at the camp that something would happen, but it kind of got so late in the day that, the 49ers are a contending team. Figured they'd want something back that would help them out for 2024. At this point, it's so late and so close to the start of the season, I don't really see how they can really improve their 2024 team with a Brandon Aiyuk trade. However, it sounds like it's becoming more and more likely. Last night, a lot of rumors came out about the Patriots and the Browns both having offers the 49ers would accept. So let's talk a little bit about here what it would mean for your fantasy football draft if Brandon Aiyuk were to be traded. And once again, this is nothing but rumors. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and we'll do an actual video once the trade happens. So let's start out with my probably preferred landing spot for him, and that's the Cleveland Browns. In a potential move where Amari Cooper would come back to the 49ers in that move, then I would prefer that for Aiyuk. If Cooper is there too, though, then it gets really messy. Let's assume Amari Cooper comes back to the 49ers in that trade, though. Then I really like that for Aiyuk. I think Deshaun Watson, it's been a rough past couple of years on the football field. Of course, about all the shenanigans off the football field. If we're not rooting for Deshaun Watson because of things he did off the field, I totally understand that for sure. But from an on-field standpoint, Deshaun Watson at one point in time was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, one of the most exciting young quarterbacks in the NFL. And I really think an elite weapon like Brandon Aiyuk is enough of an upgrade from Amari Cooper to potentially bring that back out of him. That pairing, I think, could be really, really good for a long time. So as far as Aiyuk goes, I think for his redraft value, for his dynasty value, a trade with the Browns where Amari Cooper is involved in that trade is probably his best case scenario. Now, if Cooper's still there, though, and it's kind of a 1-2 punch, the target starts getting a little bit messy, the offense gets a little bit jumbled up here, and I would not love that for Aiyuk. I think at that point, then he becomes more of a wide receiver 2 for fantasy purposes. Cooper would then probably be a wide receiver 3, even, and I'd be very concerned about him in this offense. Let's talk about the other most likely candidate right now for him to land, and that would be the New England Patriots. Now, in this trade, the rumors are that Kendrick Bourne would be the one going to San Francisco. We're making his return there. I think Demario Douglas should be the target for San Francisco as he's younger. In my opinion, he's better, and I think that he would be a really nice fit. Also, San Francisco, part of the reason you're doing this is you have to pay a quarterback. So get the cheaper option in New England. But regardless of who goes or who stays in New England, Brandon Aiyuk would instantly become the #1 receiving option in an offense with a rookie quarterback in Drake May. I don't think we would be super stoked about Aiyuk there because of a rookie quarterback and kind of some of the messiness that can come with that from time to time. But I think it would almost be like a cheaper version of Justin Jefferson with J.J. McCarthy in a way, where I actually prefer the quarterback in that scenario being Drake May. But Aiyuk, obviously, he is not Justin Jefferson. And so all the concerns we have with JJ being with JJ, you would just amplify all of those a little bit more for Brandon Aiyuk with Drake May. Now, we have seen some scenarios where wide receivers have had success with rookie quarterbacks, but it doesn't happen all that often. I would definitely prefer Aiyuk in San Francisco over him in New England for 2024. Now, for dynasty purposes, once we get 2025 and beyond, yeah, I think that's a really good spot for him. You've got a really good young quarterback who's 3rd overall pick. You have to see what he looks like in the NFL, but there's currently no reason not to believe in Drake May. My big problem with Drake May back at the NFL draft was that he went to New England, and it was such a bad situation for him. I was really worried he would just flop immediately because of the lack of weapons and help around him. Adding Brandon Aiyuk would definitely calm those concerns. I do want to give a couple honorable mentions here to 2 other AFC North teams, my favorite team, the Baltimore Ravens, as well as the Pittsburgh Steelers. These are 2 other teams I think, personally, should be very much in on Brandon Aiyuk. The rumors are a bit stronger for Pittsburgh at the moment than they are for Baltimore, but these are 2 teams I would like to see him go to as well if he does get moved. 2 teams where, I think that in Baltimore he would get to be the #1 target on the offense and kind of grow into that role, and that'd be really, really good for him. I think Pittsburgh, things could get a little bit messy with the Arthur Smith team, a Russell Wilson, Justin Fields thing going on at quarterback. I don't love that fit. So if he ends up in Pittsburgh, I am going to move him down from where I currently have him. Right now, I believe I'm a wide receiver 14. Him and Debo are like right there next to each other in that kind of higher end wide receiver 2 range. I think if he goes to Pittsburgh, I'd bring him down a little bit, and it would kind of kill off the George Pickens type train. The Washington Commanders are the final team I'm going to mention here, and that's mainly because Brandon Aiyuk brings them up a ton himself. That seems to be the place he really wants to go to, and it makes a lot of sense, I think, in terms of his old college teammate, Jaden Daniels, being there at quarterback now. They're obviously very good friends. Terry McLaurin could potentially be what goes back to the 49ers in a trade. I think it'd be really good for San Fran because you get a good receiver back and you're trying to win right now. I would be a bit higher on Aiyuk in Washington than I would be currently on Terry McLaurin because I think he's just a better player. I would move him down from currently he is, though. I think he would be better off right now in San Francisco than he would be in Washington. And one final potential landing spot for you, I just want to throw out there because I feel like it's the one I personally been wishing this entire time, and I know they ended up taking a wide receiver in round 1, but that's Jacksonville Jaguars. You know, I think Trevor Lawrence is a quarterback who really could have that explosion if he had the right weapon there with him. And I think Brandon Aiyuk could be that guy. I don't know if Brian Thomas is or not. I don't really think so, but he could be. You know, Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram, they're good, but they do have their limitations to them. They brought in Gabe Davis, just kind of a hodgepodge of guys who can all fill certain roles. I really just feel like Trevor Lawrence is one of those quarterbacks who could really use a genuine alpha to bring his game up to that level that it really could be, as we know he has the potential to, back when he was in Clemson. So guys, that's reckless speculation here on Brandon Aiyuk and his trade potential. Where do you guys want to see Brandon Aiyuk? Put that in the comments down below. Be sure to check out a couple of these other videos on the channel. We'll help you get ready for your fantasy football drafts here in 2024.